Hi folks, this is Daddy at Bradley James Classics, and today's classic is absolutely gorgeous example of, in my opinion, one of the most handsome Aston Martins ever built. This is a DB7 Volante, which means convertible, and it's also the Vantage model, which is the top of the range model. Thunderous V12 performance. It's actually a 2003 model, which was the last year for the wonderful sort of facelifted, or phase 2, I don't know what you would call the later version of the DB7. It's the one that has the extra airbags in and the better wheels, for those who know these cars. Actually, as we're talking about facelifts, sort of different indicators, a wider, more aggressive grille on the model that came out from 1999. And what's so incredible about this car is that it's covered, believe it or not, just 17,000 miles, 17,700 I think. And personally, I think this colour, this tungsten silver, tungsten grey, I think it's tungsten silver they call it, is absolutely stunning. It really looks as good as what you're seeing in real life. Absolutely immaculate. Our cars come professionally valeted when they're ready for delivery anyway. This car has literally just come in today, and I'm going to spend a couple of minutes just having a walk around with you. I'm slowly going to have a walk around the sides. I don't want you to get dizzy, but I do want you to see just how beautiful this is. I'm just going to zoom in a little. Look at how good a condition those brake calipers are in, glossy black. Absolutely stunning. Yokohama tyres, it looks like this has got fitted. And one of the benefits of the later cars is that they did have these larger wheels. And when it comes to specification, I did mention the car is a Vantage, but the car does have falcon grey leather. Newport Pagnell had its own leather trimming department that used to do an absolutely fantastic, legendary job. And as you can see, this car has got the beautiful sport seats. Also Wilton carpets are in this car. The lovely little details, and that is wood veneer, and you had a choice of wood veneer or you had a choice of like a carbon fibre look. It's got upgraded speakers. In the back you've got an amplifier. It's a Becker top end system. Another option on this car is it's a 5-speed auto in these later DB7s, but this one has the Tiptronic option, so for those who like an automatic but they like to be able to go plus or minus on the dashboard, on the lovely steering wheel here. The car is so fresh and new feeling, with just 17,000 miles on. It is the absolute perfect car to use a bit, pop into your collection perhaps. Aston Martin DB7 prices are only going one way. Prices are strong. I think people realise what an incredible car they are. 420 brake horsepower from that thunderous V12. It sounds wonderful, an incredible soundtrack, oozes quality and style. And as I said, I honestly can't think of many cars that are more handsome. An absolutely, totally usable modern classic. And I think, again, I'm probably a bit biased, I talk about my favourite colour schemes a lot on these videos, but surely this tungsten silver is the colour for this particular car. It may look black, but these seats are a very dark grey, falcon grey in fact, and wonderful quality As you can imagine, with a car with this mileage, the roof is in excellent condition, as is the whole car. HBI clear. Having looked through the paperwork, the car was actually supplied to someone very famous. It's not right for us to be naming celebrity owners, but the car was supplied to a famous designer. That's all I'm giving you. Super condition. She's in stock and she is available for viewing straight away. The car comes with its original leather bound handbook, service book. The previous owner of this car, and whom we're selling the car for, has actually owned it for 10 years, and as you can guess by the mileage, it's been one of a handful of cars he's owned, and it's been lightly used. It's just been MOT'd actually, and she's absolutely stunning. I think I've gone through most of the key facts about the car. That 6-litre V12 engine, 420 brake horsepower, the far better later 5-speed auto gearbox with a Tiptronic option, sports seats, upgraded hi-fi from Becker. It's probably worth mentioning that, like with a few famous marks, you'll probably be aware of Ford's ownership of Jaguar. And there's a little tip here. You recognise the shape of that grille. Guess what Ford negotiated when they sold Aston Martin? Yep, they held on to the shape of that grille. You see that grille turning up in cars like the Fiesta and even the Ford Transit these days. But let's go back and have another look at that front. Absolutely beautiful. So, funny enough, the designer of this car, very well-known designer called Ian Callum, he popped in to see us. He takes cars and he converts them into Callum specials, and he came to see a lovely Austin Westminster we have for sale, and I had the opportunity to have a chat with him. Inspirational gentleman to speak with. You consider his story of how he designed so many incredible cars, including this one. And the more I walk around and look at these angles, it's made me realise how much I would love an Aston Martin in this colour myself. It's, well, alluring. So folks, please give me a call to arrange a viewing while we still have a car as good as this. You know the old adage, if you're going to buy one, buy the best you can find. And I genuinely think a Volante, always very strong prices, 165 mile an hour top speed, 0 to 60 in around 5 seconds, just under I believe. Or you can just keep this for sunny weather and some grand tours. Well, this is Danny at Bradley James Classics signing out. This has been 2003 Aston Martin Vantage Volante with 17,700 miles. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Goodbye.